Everyone, so I'm Ijin and we have Shin today here. Shin, would you like to say some words to everyone?
Hi Jim, it's a pleasure to be here. The second National Championships 2025, the junior event, so they're always pretty exciting because there's some really good young emerging talent coming through, so we expect to be entertained today.
Yeah. So anyway, just a quick introduction of the map for today. So let's look at the map. So today is a fairly short route by virtual cycling standards. So loop-the-loop 27.2 kilometers with 169 meters of elevation. Some punches along the way. We'll see whether that will form the takeaways. And now we will have a quick introduction of the riders themselves. Okay, so I'll do a quick introduction of the riders and hopefully we will have some time to actually see how they look like from this video. So number 1, Gachung from RS Vector Racing. Number 2, Oliver from Drakapang Racing. Number 3, Nathan from Team Garcia. Number 4, Maxine from Team Garcia. Number 5, Jason from Team Garcia who has just moved over from PSG Academy. Number 6, Luis from SP Cycling Team. Number 7, Elvis from PSG Academy. Number 8, Willa PSG Academy. Number 9, Justin PSG Academy. 10, Rainer PSG Academy. 11, Jaden PSG Academy. And 12, Meryl from PSG Academy as well.
I must say the great work has been done this first year, so that's and you've taken them also on experiences such as the national championship in Dantan, a race recently in Malaysia.
Correct.
So you're seeing these guys progress really well.
Yeah. So I think it's interesting because I think in this now and day, in terms of cycling, I think virtual cycling is not really a safe option for cycling. And then eventually you have to get into cycling and
That's great. So I noticed that you had the ESG guys avoiding all the transition to
Garcia.
And Garcia, who is doing a fantastic job with youth development, junior development, so enthusiastic, big numbers. So they're a great club for developing young riders.
Exactly. So actually the PSG Academy itself is not really a race team, so it's a system program where riders who have interest in cycling but don't have the skills yet to join the race team. We train them up. And then other racing teams is number once the graduation happens.
It's a great concept, and also helps the teams identify. So today is a pretty punchy course, isn't it? I mean, there's no really big climbs in there. I mean, there is a drag at the end, and that's going to be telling, but there's an opportunity, I think, to be pretty aggressive in the race. There's a few lubs there to enable the riders to attack. And what would you say, Jim? I mean, on paper, it looks like Cheng, he's done pretty. His progression has been great with the national development squad. He's performing really well at an Southeast Asian level. So would you say that he would be the favourite for today?
So I think I went with Gachung and the rest to the Tour of Kedah recently, so about less than a month ago. So Gachung performed very well. I think at some point in time, in terms of GC ranking in the 3-day stage tour against like strong Malaysian riders like TSG, Malaysia Pro Riding, even the national team, he came in I think at some point 11th to 13th position in GC. So I'm quite sure he'll be one of the hot favourite for today as well.
But we do expect some good competition from some of the other riders as well, I'm sure. I was out there watching them warm up, and all of them were really concentrated and I think they're pretty serious about the event, which they should be because it's the national championship.
Correct. Exactly. And I think Gacha mentioned earlier he has to rush to work, so he'll be riding quite fast, I presume. So we'll see how it goes for him. So we have about 20 seconds more to go.
Okay, that's great. Jeez, that's come around quickly, isn't it? So 18
18
seconds to the start.
Yeah.
And they're starting on a velodrome.
Yeah, exactly. So TP Virtual actually kind of simulate everything that we have outside, including a velodrome.
That's great.
So we can do elimination race in the velodrome points as well.
Yeah, and Training Peaks are a great supporter of VSG.
Correct. Exactly. Rushing home. He's already hit all the way to the front.
Okay, so he's on the front straight away, off the velodrome and onto the normal road track. So there's a little bit of downhill, isn't there, to start with? So you would expect the speeds getting up to around 60 kilometers an hour on the downhill.
Yeah, correct. And to be honest, the virtual cycling world is fairly similar to like the real world actually. So but there's still some form of braking within the world itself.
Now, are we expecting many crowds on the course, Jim?
Yeah. So I at the moment I don't think they have actually input like real human like kind of computer graphics at the moment. So we'll see just trees, some rolling terrain.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
And maybe some people on the side of the road with the barbecue. You can smell the sausages.
Maybe. We'll see how it goes. Yeah.
Again, a pretty fast start. 55. It's been consistent. 55 kilometres an hour. They are bunching up now. As they approach what looks to be they're halfway down, a pretty solid downhill.
Correct. So actually if they don't pedal hard enough, they might get dropped here, especially those lighter riders. Yeah.
Okay, 1 kilometre's passed already, all bunched up. I think the main players are just sitting around the front there. I wouldn't expect that you wouldn't see much action until the last third of the race where those climbs are gathered together, and then of course you come to the last 2 kilometres where there is basically it goes back up to the velodrome again.
Correct. So I think earlier in the youth race, I think maybe the youth they were a bit more inexperienced, so a lot of the breakaways couldn't form properly. I don't know how it might turn out with the juniors this time with a bit more racing experiences.
Yeah. Could become a little bit of a race attrition depending on how much pressure is on early. I mean, they're consistently sitting on 47, 48, 46 kilometres an hour. They've come up to now 25 kilometres to go, so a couple of kilometres into the event, and now you could say it's just a nice steady pace for the moment. Correct.
And then now I think, but we see some riders actually falling back at the group number 2. So let's look at. Can we click Justin Waynon, the second pack? I think it seems that there's a pack behind. Yeah, but maybe they're actually catching back up at the moment. Let's say if we click Merrill.
Okay, Merrill.
And then actually you can see now Merrill with Oliver actually. I think they didn't actually keep up with the pack when they were going downhill, so they're now at the back.
Okay, and that's where it gets back to what you mentioned, that although it's downhill, you've still got to keep the pressure on.
Correct.
Otherwise you will lose distance. And
And then now if you see the slightly left of the ranking table, you see the leaders, Justin DSG plus 8, so the leading pack there's got 9 riders. Group 2 is Merrill on his own, and Group 3 there's Oliver and another one more rider. I doubt it might be difficult for them to actually catch back now.
Yeah, they're going to have to really work hard to get back, but it looks like that gap is going out. Doesn't it? What is it out to now, the gap?
About 6 seconds.
About 6 seconds, okay.
Yeah.
So, they can't afford to let that gap get any more. So the pressure's on them to try and work together to get back up to the peloton.
Correct, exactly. And then now we see that in the front pack itself, the riders are still going very strong. So in the first, we have about 9 riders, 9 leading riders. But I'm quite sure after the first and second hill, the pack was clear.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's normal, isn't it? Where you have got two, three, four really strong juniors in there. You would expect that they would put the pressure on the climbs, and the juniors that aren't so experienced, that don't really know how to put the pressure on, particularly going to the bottom of the climbs, may lose a little bit of distance. But that's okay. I mean, that's what it's all about, isn't it? It's about the experience. It's about learning.
Correct, exactly. And then now we see that actually the main pack, there's about 9 riders, still the same 9 riders. Group 2, they have grouped together. You see on the screen, some of the riders are actually gasping for air, while the others are still quite relaxed. And we'll see how it goes afterwards.
Yeah, they're certainly working hard. Looking at the screen there, some of them are in control and riding, to in their comfort zone, and some are really on the limit, and that's what esports cycling gives you. It gives you that feeling of riding on the road, but there's not a lot of rest. You have to keep the pressure on.
Correct. Yeah. So we'll have to see whether we're about, let's say, 4.2 kilometers in. The first hill will hit in 6 km, but it's a gentle small hill, so I don't foresee any action.
I think you're right. I mean, some people may do a surprise attack, but I think the last half of the race, so in the last sort of 10 kilometres, that's where you'll see more action, I think.
Correct.
Although it's always unpredictable, isn't it? You never know.
Yeah.
Never really know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Again, looking at the screen there, they're really concentrating on their watts, on their heart rate, on trying to keep in the group.
Correct.
It's very scenic, isn't it? Very. I noticed we went past some holiday huts there before. I wonder how much they are to stay at. It looks very scenic.
Yeah, but to be honest, I think the Trading Peaks virtual have came a long way since the first day we used them. I think today, Tuesday, they have added a bit more trees, a bit more, the Holiday Inn that we saw earlier. Hopefully we get to see more graphics being improved over the next year to come.
Looks like some great training country. I'm sure the air's fresh up there, so that does look great. Very, very panoramic.
Yeah. So now it's still the same 9 riders
Squad down.
together. So we have Nathan from Garcia, Luis from SP Cycling, Maxime from Garcia, Gachan from IS, Jaden from DSG, Elvis and Justin from DSG, as well as Raymond and Jason from Garcia. So it's still a fairly big pack for now.
A big pack and a good mixture of teams,
Correct.
and a great experience for the academy guys.
Correct.
So they've passed 5 kilometres, so around 22 kilometres to go. So it's still a lot of racing to be done. They're probably feeling everybody out, getting used to it. Getting into a rhythm, but really, I think mentally they will be really waiting to that last 10 kilometres of the event. That's when I think the race will really split up.
Exactly. Yeah.
So who are we showing here now?
So we are seeing Gachan here. So Gachan, he's still ahead, but I think he's taking it easy.
Yeah. So just probably figuring on best to stay around the front to keep the pressure on. Don't get mixed up in the group, just in case a gap appears. So he does look pretty smooth there, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Got his light on, which is good.
Safety first.
Yeah.
And we are just climbing the first hill now, so about 2 to 3% average gradient.
Okay.
Not too fancy.
Okay, but still enough.
Yeah, still enough to have some impact on the legs. You can see the pack is actually shrunk out actually. So we have Gachan that is 3 seconds ahead. So let's look at Maxime. So as you can see, Maxime, I think if Maxime doesn't catch up, Gachan will just go already.
Okay, you mentioned Gachan has to get to work.
Yeah.
So he's going to try and make this race as quick as he can.
Correct. And then now
But Maxime's done a good job to still be there.
Yeah, exactly. And both of them are quite heavy, so on the downhill they will have advantage over the rest.
Okay, so they're on the downhill now, aren't they? Or just gone over the crest, so they're going to get up to around 50 kilometres an hour again.
Yeah.
on the downhill, and the others are trying really hard to get back on.
Correct. Yeah. But I think once the downhill settles, when they go to when they go to the flat section, I think they should be able to catch up with the Gacheng and Maxim because it's just a 4-second gap.
Look, Adrian, I must admit I've made an amateur mistake.
Really?
I didn't bring the glasses, so, so
Okay.
you're going to have to say what the gaps are.
Sure.
I can
sure.
see the riders, don't worry.
Yeah.
I can see them.
Okay.
I just can't see the small.
Sure. Yeah. So we have Gacheng and Maxim now ahead as the leaders for the race now. They are about 4 seconds ahead of the chasing group. The chasing group has 4 riders, including Nathan from Garcia, Luis from SP Cycling, and Justin and Jaden from BSG Academy. Yeah, and then I think Elvis is also trying to catch back to the chasing group as well.
Yeah, so 20 kilometres to go, Adrian.
Yeah.
We're past 7.4, so 20 kilometres to go.
Yeah. So I think that's just the warm up. The real thing actually starts.
Yeah, and they're approaching a bit of a gradient coming up here soon, which again will test, will put pressure on the legs.
Yeah.
And we may see small splits again, but you would expect that the group would come back together on the downhill. And then you've got a lot of flat. Looks like 5 kilometres of flat before they hit the next undulations.
Correct. Exactly. Yeah. So as you can see here, we still have Gacheng and Maxim at the front. They are 8 seconds ahead now. So the gap is actually growing. It could be that the breakaway might stick, and then the chasing group will just be the chasing group. Yeah.
So 8 seconds, okay. So hopefully the group can work together well to bring that 8 seconds back. But if it starts to gradually go out,
Yeah.
then it's going to be hard to see them brought back, isn't it?
Correct. Yeah.
They look to be riding pretty smoothly together.
Yeah. And I think the gap has now. It's 11 seconds actually. 11 seconds.
Okay, well this group behind are going and they're on the climb now.
Yeah.
So this group behind, they can't overdo it on the climb.
Correct.
So I think they're going to have to ride together as a group, get to the top, and then work well on the descent and on the flat to hopefully bring Gacheng and Maxim back.
Correct. And let's now click on Justin. So I think in the chasing group, now we have 6 riders: Justin, BSG, Nathan Garcia, Jason Garcia, Luis from SP, and we have Elvis and Jaden from BSG as well.
Okay, so it's a fair chase group. There is a little bit of talent in there, so they've just got to work together, not overdo it on this climb. You put their energy into this descent and the flat to hopefully bring Gacheng and Maxim back.
Yeah.
Around 32 kilometres an hour, yeah, so it's not, I mean, it probably, 2-3% gradient that they're going up at the moment, around 29 kilometres an hour for that group. They look to be single file, so the pressure must be beyond, but they're staying together.
Correct.
What's the gap now?
So the gap now is actually about, we hear some shouting from outside, I don't know what it is for, but the gap is about 11 seconds.
Okay, so that's a good sign. They've maintained it on that drag.
Yeah.
So that is a good sign. But this is critical now, that they do not lose time. They work together really well on the descent and on the flat to bring these two back.
Correct. But now I think Gacheng has just broke away, so he's 13 seconds ahead of Maxim.
Okay, well that brings a bit of a different scenario to it, doesn't it?
Correct.
Because Gacheng, as we know, is a very good time trialist. There's the flat coming up, so he'll really use his strength, and we know his motivation is to get this out of the way and get to work, otherwise he'll be late. So he's really got some good motivation, as well as winning the national championship, of course.
Correct.
It's not all about getting the work.
Correct. But it seems that Maxim has, can we click on Maxim? I think Maxim has fall back to the chasing group. So Maxim is now together with the chasing group consisting of Nathan, Elvis, Luis, Jaden and Justin.
Okay, well hopefully Maxim is able to have a sip of water, relax a little bit on the wheel, and then two options
Yeah.
work really well with the group to get Gao Cheng back, or do another late attack once they hit the small climbs. What do you think he'll do?
I think he might just stick, and because the gap with Gacheng is 8 seconds, so he might just work with the pack to catch Gacheng afterwards. And then there's still some hills coming up between 15 to 20 km. I think that's where the attacks will start coming out.
Yeah, I agree. I agree, Jill. That's a good summary. So the group is still working together well. I mean, to hold Gao Cheng at 8 seconds.
Yeah.
In fact, they've bought back a little bit of time because he was out to that 12, 13 seconds.
Correct.
They're going quite well.
Yeah.
So it indicates it's not going to be a walk in the park for Gao Cheng, is it?
Correct.
He's going to have to fight for this one.
Yeah. So let's click on Elvis. So anyway, so Elvis is maybe a special shout out to Elvis. So Elvis is now in the chasing group. So when we started the BSG Academy, Elvis was actually the last rider, and he will always get dropped in the pack. But he kept showing up, and today he's in the chasing group, chasing after Gacheng. So
Well, that's a great story, Eugene. A great story. So, tell me, how old is Elvis?
So you can see here Elvis, which we'll put him on the screen soon.
Yeah.
Elvis is I think 17
There
years
he
old.
is, 17, okay.
Yeah, so he used to be a bit more chubbier. He's lost quite a lot of weight since
Oh,
then.
okay, that's a great story.
Correct.
I mean, that is a really good story. Good on you, Elvis. Keep going, mate.
Yeah, and maybe let's now go back to Gacheng at the start. We have to slowly click back. So Gacheng is now only 4 seconds ahead. So it's inevitable that the rest will catch up with him.
It looks like it. It looks like it. So maybe Gao Cheng has decided as well. Maybe he's hit a headwind out there,
Yeah,
and he's decided, okay, I may be better just getting back to the group, sitting with the group, and putting in a late attack on these climbs.
correct. Yeah, so but I think
Because there could be a bit of breeze coming off the lake.
we try to keep it as low as little as possible.
Okay, what's the temperature out there? It looks
I guess it's probably similar to Singapore, I guess. Yeah, but,
okay. So we're in humidity. Okay.
yeah. But I mean the temperature in the room, of course, it will be around let's say an aircon room temperature of about, let's say, 20 to 22 degrees.
And you have the fans on the guys,
Correct.
so that as we know, it's really important to keep keep it cool,
Correct.
keep the core body temperature down.
Yeah, but I think something interesting about virtual cycling is that it's always hard to keep your core temperature down unless you're used to it. Yeah.
It's also hard on the road in the heat as well.
Yeah, true. That's true. Yeah. And
Look, 12 kilometres. So what's that? 15 kilometres to go.
yeah, exactly. So, and we are seeing now Gacheng is slightly at the back. I think he's taking a rest. He's slightly at the back of the pack.
If you look at the average speed, though, I mean, the average speed must be pretty high because they're on the flat and they're working on 40, 60, 50
Correct.
kilometres an hour. So they're certainly not easing off. They're keeping the pressure on, which is really good. It's really good to see, particularly in junior racing.
Correct.
You like to see people be aggressive. You like to see people not think about the swim back.
Yeah, exactly.
And I really like that in the youth, and I really like that in the juniors, where, yeah, sure, they have to learn tactics, they have to learn how to use people on the road,
Correct.
but also natural aggression is great to see in the youth and the junior categories.
Yeah. Correct.
13 kilometres has passed, they're down to, 35 kilometres now, so the pace has eased off a little bit, 35, 34 kilometres now, so we call that probably normal on the flat as opposed to what they were doing before. So I think what they're doing now is thinking about the climbs coming up, how am I going to approach it. I know Gao Cheng is going to be strong, he's going to try and get up the road. Should I just wait and try and go with him?
Mm-hmm.
Should I go a little bit earlier, or just ride and just see what happens within the group? So a lot of different scenarios, I think, to take place here.
Correct. So I think
Because there's a lot up to grab. I mean, it's about winning a medal at the national
Yeah.
championship, isn't it?
And you get to wear the white jersey. Of
Yeah,
course.
that's right.
Correct.
And winning a medal, whether it's gold, silver, or bronze, is something to be pretty proud of.
Yeah. So as you can see here now, at the below portion, at the bottom portion, they're still in the flat section for about, I think, in the next 2 to 3 km more to go. Then they'll start hitting the hills.
Yep, correct. And they're coming up to half distance of the race.
Correct.
So this is where all the action's gonna start, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So I think those who have fresher legs will be those that will probably make it to the end.
Yeah, those guys that have been a little bit conservative, although it's hard to do that, particularly when you're doing the climbs, you have to make sure that you're on the wheel. But the guys that have been conservative, that have warmed up well, okay, that have had good nutrition this morning and thought about that, because all those 1%ers come into play in the last part of the event.
Yeah, exactly.
And there we are. They wouldn't be bad as holiday homes.
Okay, alive now.
Might get on the booking.com and see how much they rent out for. What do you think?
Yeah.
Good view of the lake.
Good view,
Good view of the riders coming past.
Some Scotland vibe as well. Yeah. So now we have in the leader group 7 riders all together, and then we have actually Maxim. He has fell off, I think. No, he's still in the pack, but just slightly 2 seconds behind.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's a little bit worrying. So did he exert too much when he was away with Garcheng? Did he put himself in the red zone a little bit too much? Look, it's a learning thing. I wouldn't say, if that's the case, hats off to him for really trying.
Yeah.
And it's a really learning experience for him. Or he may be just foxing.
Maybe
thinking, look, they think I'm off the back struggling, and he'll hit him. He'll go whack.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think it'll be interesting to see. Who do you think will start launching the attack?
I think Garcheng.
Yeah.
I think that's probably so. He's probably played it quite smart. He knew that. Okay, I'm away on the flat by 8 seconds. It is a long 5k to the climbs.
Okay,
I would just sit back a little bit, let them catch me, work with the group. Then once I hit the climbs, then I know that's what I'm good at. I'll try and make the move then.
Yeah, I think
so I think that would be the case. And Maxim, where is he now? Is he still around the back of the group there?
Yeah, so he's still with the pack. So I hope he gets some rest here. And hopefully the race should be done in soon.
Okay, so we're coming up to the business end now, approaching the first of the little hills, or little rollers. So we expect to see a fair bit of action. And Adrian, I have a feeling, it looks like it goes for 2 or 3 kilometres.
Yeah.
So I have a feeling once we we're at the 16 kilometre mark now, once we hit the 19 kilometre mark, we will see a different race altogether. I've got a feeling that the race will be split quite a bit, and it'll be just really determination, probably a lot of individual effort, and hopefully there's a couple of the young juniors are good enough to be close to Garcheng.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll see how it goes.
So we're cresting the first of the drags now. So we're on the descent, getting up to around 50 kilometres now. So it's still quite fast.
Correct.
So they go up another little drag. Then looks like to be about a 200 metre descent until what looks like to be quite a punchy climb.
I think that hill will slightly split the riders.
I think so.
Yeah. So here we have Nathan, we have Luis, who is quite a light rider. So let's click on Luis, and then you can see here, Luis is actually, the pack has shrink to 5 riders.
5 riders. Well, that's not unexpected, is it? So it's still on the descent. They're hitting around 57, 58 kilometres an hour, and they're going to really smash it up this next little drag, I think. I think that's what we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah.
So who have we got on the front there now?
So
is this the...
It's still Gacheng, so this is, we're looking at Gacheng now, he's in first position.
Okay.
He's punching the wards in.
Yep.
Then we have Luis, Nathan, Jaden, Jason.
Okay, so look at him working. Look at him. I mean, he is really working really hard. You can see on the screen.
Yeah.
Before leading up to it, he was sitting there quite comfortably. Now he's out of the seat. He's sucking in the air.
Yeah.
He's approaching the top, and he's. I would presume he's putting the gap to the other riders.
Correct, exactly.
Okay, just crossed the finish line there. And again, that was a really big effort that we saw. Like he flat out sprinted up that. So I would expect that he'll keep the pressure on now. He's really, I would presume he's just going to ride this as a time trial now all the way through.
Yeah. So he's about 20 seconds ahead.
Okay, well that's it, isn't it? I mean, that climb was only what looked to be about 300 metres, and he really put in a maximum effort up that climb to get the gap. Now it's going to be interesting to see how the others are combining as a group.
Yeah.
Do they want to chase? Are they motivated to chase? Or are they starting to think about that silver medal?
Yeah. So you can see here Luis, so actually Luis is from SP second, but he is in our academy as well, but under probation. And he is the second rider, followed by Nathan and Jason from Garcia.
And what's the gap, Ijul, from the Gacheng to Luis?
About 20 seconds.
About 20 seconds,
Yeah.
and the gap to third place?
6 seconds.
6 seconds. Okay, so it's still. Look, I would be very surprised at this point if they gain time
Yeah.
on Gacheng. I would see that he would ride away from them.
Yeah.
So the race now becomes the race for the medals.
Correct, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 riders that are very close for the second and third position.
Okay, well then it's going to make it great racing, because they have to be intelligent about this. They know there's rollers coming up. They know finishes on the climb at the end. So they've got to learn to use the other riders around them to try and get the opportunity. So and only they know what they're doing. They know how their legs are feeling. So it's going to be. I think we're in for a great race.
Yep. So we will see the riders now. Oh yeah, Shane, do you have to leave?
No, I'm good. I'm good to stay until Gacheng crosses that finish line.
Thank you. Yeah, and then now we can see that in the chasing group we have actually. Let's click on Jason. So Jason is from Garcia, but previously DSG Academy for a short while. And then he is with his teammate Maxime as well, together with Luis.
Okay, so Maxim has done a good job to still be up around there, despite the breakaway early with Gacheng, where it obviously took toll on the body. Correct. So he's using a lot of muscle memory, I would say, at the moment, and a lot of determination to stay there to try and grab that silver or bronze medal.
Correct. So I think we likely have our second and third position from either Maxime, Luis, or Jason, unless the people behind can catch up, but it should be more or less fixed.
Well, this is where it comes down to, do they want to full-on chase Gacheng? If they do, then you will see that gap from the group behind go bigger. Or will they play cat and mouse? So that's where we're at the moment. Is it okay? We still got a chance for the gold medal, or no? I'm now racing for silver and bronze. And if that's the case, sometimes that's a little bit dangerous, because the groups from behind can come back.
Yeah, definitely.
getting some really good visuals of the guys working really hard there as well.
Yeah.
So it's no walk in the park, is it?
Correct, definitely. Yeah, it's as tough as the actual road racing.
It is, absolutely it is, because it's so intense. It's a lot shorter. So you're only talking about what's it going to be? A 40-minute event, 28. Yep.
Yeah,
a
around
40-minute
that.
event around that. Maybe a little bit less, but it is intense. Because I'm glad they didn't have this when I was racing. Did you?
I think it'd be fun. It'd be fun to see.
No, it would have been fun. Absolutely, it looks really like fun. Particularly if you got such pain. Look at that, the lake.
Yeah.
You know, probably some wildlife there, I would imagine.
Maybe.
You know, and when they eventually modify the platform even a little bit more, as we said, maybe even the smell of the sausage barbecue.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be nice?
That would
Riding
be
past that.
I think that might make some of the riders hungry as well.
Well, they're coming up to around 5 kilometres to go, isn't it? So we're really at the business end of the race. So what's the gap now between Ijun and the second rider?
So let's go to the top again. Let's click Louis and slowly click back up. I think now Gacheng is 42 seconds.
Okay, so making really good. Well, he's doing what we expected him to do.
Correct.
He's a very good time trialist. He's very good when he's out on his own. You can see him up there, the control with the breathing, the control with the consistency of the watts. He's sitting on around 40 kilometres an hour. And I'm not saying that he looks like he's doing it easy, but I really like the way that he's putting the pressure on and keeping the pressure on here.
Yeah.
So great.
So let's look at Luis now. So Luis is together with Maxime and Jason. And to be honest, I think amongst these three, Maxime is the heaviest. So it's an uphill finish, if you recall.
So it's going to be a bit tough for him.
It's going to be tough unless he has the power to go all the way.
But again, great job by Maxime to be involved in the break early with Gacheng and still be determined enough to be fighting it out for a medal.
Correct.
So that's apart from Gacheng so far, I think that's been the ride of the day for me because of the aggression early.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and now we see that Luis is 4 seconds ahead of Maxime and Nathan.
Okay, 4 seconds ahead.
Yeah, 4 seconds ahead.
Okay, so we're approaching another little drag. We've completed, coming up to 22 kilometres of the course completed. They're up the drag. They're sitting on 37 kilometres an hour. So the pressure hasn't been off at all.
At all, definitely not at all.
Look, one thing I'm really happy about, being working with the Singapore Cycling Federation as the high performance director, I'm really happy about the quality of the youth and the juniors that are starting to come through.
Yeah.
And Virtual Cycling SG has to be credited a lot for this because of the good work that you guys are doing by setting up a calendar with the academy that you're running. So I would say that in the next 2 to 3 years, we are going to start to produce some really good juniors from this, going into the under 23s and the elites. So well done.
Thank you. And I think Gacheng has put almost a minute, so he's 51 seconds.
Okay, well there you go, and it could be looking at the course, a little bit of flat, the uphill. I wouldn't be surprised if that gets down to around 1 minute 30 gap, which is fine. I mean, Gacheng, as we mentioned before, he is up there in the juniors at sea level.
Correct.
So you would expect this type of performance.
Yeah.
So what's going to be interesting now are the tactics used from this other 3 riders that are going for the silver and bronze.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I think let's click on Oliver. I think what's interesting about Oliver is he dropped at the start, but he managed to climb all the way back. He's now in 6th position, just slightly behind the 2 groups ahead. Yeah, so well done to Oliver. So I think if he had gone a bit faster on the downhill, he might have been able to catch up with the rest of the pack. Yeah, so we'll see how it goes for him.
Okay, who have we got on the screen up there now? Who's the?
This is Oliver.
That's Oliver.
Yeah, that's Oliver. Correct.
Okay. Looks to be a determined young lad, isn't he? How old's Oliver?
Yeah, So let's go back now to the Nathan and Luis. So we can see now this pack there is a total of 3 riders. So I think the Nathan is just slightly ahead. Yeah, just 3 seconds ahead. So,
Okay, that's Louise, is it?
on the screen itself, that's Maxime.
Max.
Yeah. So they have now finished the last downhill for the day, and they will start the uphill finish soon.
Okay, so what is it, about 4 kilometres to go? So we're inside the last
Yeah,
5 kilometres.
yeah, definitely.
That's been great racing so far. Gacheng is still putting on the pressure there. You see Maxim really working hard.
Correct.
And as we saw there before, Luis, the same. So just give me, because I haven't got my glasses on there, Jim.
Okay.
Can you
Yeah.
let us know what the situation is?
So Gacheng is 50 seconds ahead. So the chasing riders, that is Nathan, Maxime and Luis.
They've actually made up a bit of time on him,
Yeah.
because they've pulled back, 6 seconds?
Yeah, about 6 seconds.
So that's great to see. That's great to see that they've taken the option. Okay, well, we still may have a chance to catch Gacheng, rather than be too technical and tactical about
Correct.
that second and third spot.
Yeah. So we are about 2.2 kilometers away from the finish line, and if we click on Luis, now at the moment, we click on Luis, and then we can see here Luis together with the other 3 riders, Nathan Garcia, Jason Garcia, and Maxime Garcia. So it's just Luis against 3 Garcia for the second and third position.
My camera is
Oh, well, that's going to make it interesting, isn't it? I mean, as we mentioned before, the clubs are doing a tremendous job with the youth development, the junior development, and teams like Draft Punk, Garcia are enormous in the way that they're developing the young Singaporeans.
Yeah, definitely. So I think let's click on Gacheng. I think he should be within, it's 1.8 kilometers more to go. I think he's probably taking it easy. Easing, 43 seconds is a long gap.
Yeah, 43 seconds, but again, it's Gacheng is obviously still working hard, but it's a credit to the 4 chasers that they're bringing this time down.
True.
Okay, so I don't underestimate that. I mean, Gacheng is still working hard, but the guys in that chase group, they haven't given up on catching him. So it is really good to see. And that's what I really enjoy about youth racing and junior racing, is that their tenacity, and they want to give it their best.
Correct. Yeah. And then now let us click on Nathan.
Okay, so we've got the 4 riders there still working hard together, still sitting, so we're on the flat just before the climb, sitting on around the 40 km/h mark. So still keeping the pressure on, and as they approach the final climb. So are they going to be able to bring this gap more, or will Gacheng do what he did in the middle climb and just treat it like a flat out sprint?
So as you can see here now, we are looking at Gacheng. So Gacheng, he is 1 km away.
So 1 kilometre from the finish.
So
Okay, and he still looks to be
32 seconds.
32 seconds. Okay, so he does look to be working pretty hard on the screen. So 32 seconds, 1 kilometre, a bit difficult to catch. But look, if they can get within 20 seconds of him, that's been a tremendous effort by the chase group.
Correct. And then I think we'll keep the camera to Gacheng until he finished the race. So he is actually 700 meters more to go.
700 metres, and he finishes up on the velodrome, doesn't he?
Correct.
Okay.
So we'll witness Gacheng taking home the champion jersey.
Yeah, and he's still sitting on 28 kilometres an hour up this drag, so still a pretty good effort.
Correct. And then we have 500 more meters to go for Gacheng.
So 500 metre before he crosses the finish line and becomes the 2025 national champion
Yep.
in the junior category
Exactly.
of esports cycling.
Exactly. He's entering the velodrome now.
Okay, so he's on the top, he's on the plateau, there he is on the velodrome. Taking his lines quite nicely as he's coming up to a couple hundred metres to go.
Yeah.
Going to be interesting to see if he raises his arms at the finish line. Now, normally, if you're on the track and you raise your arm, you get disqualified.
Oh, really?
But not here.
Not here, definitely. Yeah.
There he is. There he is. Well done.
That's
Well done. Great racing. There he is. Good job.
Yeah, well
Great
done
effort.
to. Yeah, so Gachung. Okay, has just finished.
And we've got Luis coming on for
Yeah.
second spot.
Oh, Nathan actually.
Nathan. Wow, Nathan's done a great job there.
Yeah.
So he's got rid of the other three, or he's attacked them on the last climb. Be interesting to see what the gaps are. So was this expected by Nathan?
I have never seen him before. He's quite a new rider.
Okay, well
So I
that's
think-
great.
yeah.
So we've unearthed a new talent.
Yeah, exactly.
So second spot for Nathan.
Yeah.
That's a great result.
Well done. And Luis from SP Cycling has completed third as
So
well.
the bronze for Luis. And Maxim comes in for fourth.
Correct.
But what a ride by Maxim.
Yeah, well
You know,
done, well
to
done.
be involved in the break early, to be really determined, give it everything, and cross the line for fourth place.
Yeah.
It's great.
Right.
Well, all in all, Jim, great event.
Yeah. Thanks
Really,
for coming, Shane.
they entertained us.
Yeah.
So that was great.
Yeah.
And look, pleasure coming on. Pleasure. And see you at the next one.
See you at the next one. Yeah. So I'll let you make your move.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
staying.
Adrian.
Thank
Thank
you. I'll see you around. And then I'll finish up the rest of the commentary before we pause for the. See you. And then now we
Thank you.
have the rest. We have Oliver, who is entering. Oh, Oliver has just finished in 6th position. And then Jaden in 7th. And then we have Justin behind Elvis, Rainer, Muller, and Merrill. Yeah, and we can see that the riders are almost finishing soon. Okay, we have Jaden with 300 more meters to go. Yeah, so we'll just wait for the rest of the riders to finish.
What's the
Pretty shot. Okay, cameras on you. 3, 2, 1, going live. Okay, stay. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, and don't go away. We'll be having the prize presentation ceremony soon. So once they finish, then we'll start the live stream for the presentation.
start already. Yeah, in some place we have Louis, SC Cycling and BSC Academy. Yeah. Well done. Okay. And then in second place we have Nathan from Team Garcia. Okay, and then in first place, okay, we have Kachan. Well done. Give a round of applause.
Alright, look here. 1, 2, and 3. One more. Look here. 1, 2, 3. Last 1, 2, and 3. Alright, all good. You can end the stream.